Have you ever had beef before? Not like food beef. Karate and jiu-jitsu have the biggest beef of all time, and that's documented and for sure real 100%. And I've got two friends, one who does karate and one who does jiu-jitsu, that beefed together. They team beefed, and they lost my headphones that I usually wear to record these kinds of things. They're not sure where they could be either. I don't want to wear these big ol', you know what? Whatever. I'll wear my editing headphones. Who cares? I'll just look stupid, I guess. I'll look like, oh, I'm a Twitch streamer. Oh, I stream on Twitches. Idiot! Sorry. Having a weird day. Found out I don't own a cat. This video is called I Fought Jiu-Jitsu's Biggest Haters by Josh Beam. Josh Beam and I recently did a video where he tried out sumo with me. What an honor it was to coach him. He did a great job. That's another great video you should watch. But this one, he challenges Jesse Enkamp. This is in response to Jesse Enkamp's another friend of mine. He made a video about how BJJ guard pulling is a plague, which like, I think we can all get behind a little bit. Josh has been called a guard puller in the past. He is a jiu-jitsu purple belt. Jesse is a karate black belt of a long time, and I guess they're gonna get into some scrabbiness. They're gonna do a bit of scrabbing. I can't hear you with this on. I can only hear what's there, so if you're talking to me, I'm sorry, I missed it. Let's get into it.
One of BJJ's biggest haters since he's been talking so much smack about jiu-jitsu lately. Jesse Enkamp, aka...
How do I think this is going to go? Jesse's a big, strong guy who is very technically proficient. But does he jiu-jitsu? That is the question. I guess we'll find out. But now, a brief word from our sponsor. You ever thought about being safer? You probably should. You make a lot of bad decisions. I'm just assuming, but if you're watching this channel, you're 0 for 1. I don't know how else to say it. With our partner today's video, NordVPN, you can become safer with a single click. I travel a lot. I go to different places and my flight will land and then I have to be somewhere, but I don't have to be somewhere for a bit. So I just like sit and eat food and I use Wi-Fi. But when you're using Wi-Fi in these random locations, you don't want people to have your IP address. And public Wi-Fi spaces are pretty sketchy. I don't know if you knew this or not. So it's important that you get a VPN. NordVPN is fantastic. With your VPN, you also get advanced protection from malware, phishing, scams, and other online threats. If you're downloading a file, Threat Protection Pro will check it for malware. If you're clicking the link, same thing. It's like, hey, yo, don't click that. That's nothing good's over there. Threat Protection Pro has you covered. And look, if nothing else, you can get access to content that you can't have in the US. For me, the big one is The Office. I'd imagine you know at this point, I'm a big Office guy. Never worked in an office, but it's nice to imagine what it's like. I can't imagine if I don't have access to it though, and NordVPN allows you to change your country to then get access to those shows that you love. And if you happen to be watching this video right now, I got something for you. You can get an exclusive deal plus 4 bonus months. 4 of them, baby, that's Quattro. Change your location to somewhere that speaks Spanish. Quattro, my friend. You can do that with a VPN. Every purchase of a 2-year plan gets you 4 bonus months on top of it. This is the best deal for NordVPN right now. It's the best deal you can get. 4 bonus months on top. And for whatever reason, if you're not happy with it, you have a 30-day guarantee. I don't know how you wouldn't be. Like, it's gonna do everything you want, but that's not the point. If you want that deal, nordvpn.com/senseireacts. Again, that is nordvpn.com/senseireacts. It's all right here. It is risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. One more time, that is nordvpn.com/senseireacts. Now, back to what we were doing.
Is one of YouTube's biggest martial artists, and
that is true.
2 viral controversial videos trying to expose sport BJJ as unrealistic.
Everyone thinks BJJ is the world's most effective martial art.
Today, I'm entering a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament to prove that it doesn't work.
So I thought it was only right that I dojo stormed Jesse to prove otherwise. In a series of 4 challenges, where first we'll be on a hardwood floor and we can both punch and kick. Second, on a...
Okay, I know Josh has done Muay Thai. God, I look so dumb. I think big headphones like this, I think they just look dumb. They're not for aesthetics. We can all get behind that, right? Like, I look like I should be like, anyway, I'm not gonna go into it anymore. Josh is a legit Muay Thai striker. Like, he's got good striking. Right now, it looks like he's being a little nice, but we'll see what happens.
But I can only use my jiu-jitsu. Third, again on a mat, but we both have to use jiu-jitsu.
Okay, he'll definitely smash that one.
Although I've never tested my jiu-jitsu against an experienced striker, I do have my favorite submission up my sleeve, so let's see if I flew halfway across the world to get revenge or just to prove him right. Either way, I'm gonna have a little...
This is fuel for the committed.
This? Oh, I didn't take my creatine after my workout.
Driven to
chat with him afterwards.
I think the message is different.
The message of what? Jiu-jitsu? Don't forget to take your creatine, kids.
I finally arrived in Stockholm after 20 grueling hours of travel, fueled by a ridiculous commitment to a mission that literally nobody requested, but I'll do whatever it takes. I'm headed over shortly to meet Jesse for the first time, who's a pretty dangerous guy. He also trains with his brother Oliver, a professional MMA fighter, but first I have to travel yet another hour by train to get there, but I'll stop at nothing.
Tabby. Yeah. Tabby?
Standing outside of Jesse Encamp's dojo. I don't know if he's in here yet. I came here really early. It's almost time to dojo storm.
Well. If it isn't Josh
Oh my gosh.
coming. Dude, you literally posted online that you were gonna dojo storm me today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Look, if I had a penny for every butthurt butt scooter that showed up at my doorstep, I would be
Let me guess, you'd be a millionaire?
I was gonna say I would be able to afford a sign that says no guard pullers welcome.
Well, I'm here now.
That's pretty
I
good.
guess so. All right, come on in. Let's do this.
Oh, Jesse, where's your shoes at, man? You're outside.
I entered Jesse's lair, which was way bigger than I imagined.
That place is pretty sick.
Seeing multiple training areas. He led me first into the karate practice floor.
Ooh, a sigh.
Didn't even have any mats.
All right, so before we fight, I would just like to show you what you're up against.
I gotta get over there at some point. How does Josh Beam go to Sweden before I do? I am literally of Swedish descent, and I can't even ascend my way up to Sweden? What am I doing? I gotta start traveling more. Traveling is really expensive.
Okay.
Just push it against the floor, right there.
What do Swedish people know anything about baseball bats?
All right, that should be good. Watch your fingers.
Hästen ut på steppen drog en väldig här mot Iran.
What the
That's I've done that. That doesn't surprise me at all that Jesse is capable of doing that.
But there's no striking in BJJ.
Well, we're not doing BJJ. This is karate. In fact, I brought you some gloves. All right, so since we're in Sweden, I got you these gloves that say Swedish fighter, while I will be wearing the world's greatest karate glove. Link in the video description.
I own those. They are really good. I will be honest.
I began warming up and immediately realized I would not want to risk going to the ground on such a hard surface. I thought maybe I could hold him against a wall, but then I realized they were covered in mirrors and I didn't want to risk glass breaking either. At this point, running wasn't an option, so
I feel like karate's maybe Taekwondo or two the only martial arts styles where you'll practice with mirrors in the room. And it's got benefits for sure. Anytime you're doing forms or katas, it helps a ton. The downside is how many people learn to just look at themselves in the mirror all the time. I mean, the other downside is we've had like people go head first into the mirrors, and mirrors do break, but the amount of kids that are like always touching up on the mirrors, and then two, like you'll be talking to somebody like this and they'll be like this. It's like 24/7. I'm excited to I bet we can find times that Josh is looking in the mirror.
into my past and pull out some of my striking.
They bow in jiu-jitsu.
Minute on the clock, and now it was time. I realized
1 minute.
instantly that Jesse is a lot bigger than he looks in his videos. And
Ooh, nice roundhouse.
quick, he was hitting me a lot harder than I assumed he would, so I knew I'd have to keep up the intensity and protect myself. But my glove kept coming off. I hadn't sparred with striking in probably a couple years.
I mean, he scooped the spinning rear.
Finger, so I was doing everything I could to hold.
He kicked me in my injured finger. I'm sorry, that's just like the funniest injury to have is be like, my injured finger. You got 10 of them, buddy. Just use the other ones. You got 9 more.
In as
Just
many of
kidding.
my strikes as possible.
Obviously, that does
I
hurt.
could still wrap him up in a bear hug and risk falling to the ground, but hindsight is 20/20.
Ooh, went for that sweep.
I was going to keep pushing forward against Jesse's relentless barrage of strikes. He kept throwing side kicks, which I wasn't used to dealing with, but I started getting into the flow and feeling more comfortable throwing my own strikes.
Yeah, Jesse's obviously a lot more active and fast here. Jesse's footwork's really good. Ooh, went for the little hook kick to the knee. Spinning rear kick.
And just when time was about
Double jump front kick.
to hit him with a low blow.
Oh, pee-pee kick. Nice. Nice, he got him with the pee-pee kick. That's karate, baby. You're getting into it.
That was my plan the whole time.
Totally legal in karate.
Dude, are you okay?
Yeah, but that was not jiu-jitsu. That was like Thai boxing or something. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I used to do Muay Thai.
Why are you not using your Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
Well, I just didn't think it would be effective if we're not on a mat.
But we have mats.
Oh.
You know what? Follow me.
From a striking perspective, Jesse definitely won that round, and the fact that I didn't even want to use my jiu-jitsu definitely was not helping my case. But we still had 3 rounds to go. For the second 1-minute round, I would now use just...
If somebody is using this much movement like Jesse is here, I think you gotta wait each shots and try to time a kick. Kind of like Jesse did there. Yeah, just do what Jesse did.
mats now. I thought maybe this could work in my favor. Oh, I don't need this stuff. In jiu-jitsu, we don't need protection. No. We're on my turf. This is a slap bump.
I'm bowing.
My goal here was simple. I wanted to block Jesse's strikes and continue moving into him in order to crowd the space and try to wrap my arms around him to take him down. But he made this difficult by pushing me away, and then he started throwing knees. I tried to throw him with a sumigaeshi, but my timing was completely thrown off since I was thinking about his strikes. I had essentially pulled guard and was getting pummeled in the head, so I had to try to stand up. When out of nowhere, he hit me with an Asoto Gari. Little did I know, very similar to judo, this is actually part of the karate throwing techniques. I turned to face him, but this just opened me up to a barrage of punches to the head, since I was using my hands to sweep him instead of blocking my face.
I feel like we often forget stuff like this. Like, you think so much about tying up hands. If I were him, I would try to get a grip. Now, granted, the Seishin karate gi is a little bit shorter in length, but I think your best bet here is to try to get grips on this gi.
Finally, I managed to get him down, but he sprung right back up as I shot in again to take him down, but ended up just in another body lock. His strikes were super distracting and making it difficult for me to set anything up.
Double unders is a good idea too. You're not going to do a lot of damage from there.
For a double leg takedown, but he was doing a nice job sprawling, and he started to give the timeout signal since the round was over, but Oliver behind the camera didn't stop it.
Nice, Oliver.
Toshi to take him to the ground. Now that we were in my territory, I could take my time and pin him while I looked to isolate an arm so that I could submit him.
Jesse's thrown like 400 punches so far. Jesse not shrimping.
But I pulled back and asked Oliver about the time.
How are we on time, Oliver?
I think you should keep going. Keep going until... That's what BJJ is for.
I mean, he has him controlled at this point. Shoes on the mat. I mean, he has him controlled. If you're thinking about this as like a fight, he has him controlled. He's out of breath. You're on top. You win. In my opinion. That's like, if they can't do anything else, that's it.
He can submit you.
But this is just 1 minute.
Fighting doesn't have any time limits, real fighting.
That's right, Oliver.
This is great. When you have like a time span, 1 minute, your thing looks better. This is what you did. You took a lot of beating now. Now you got him down, so now you should win.
I thought we were doing 1 minute, and you just keep going. Why? Because I'm dead.
Well, I think BJJ kind of takes a while sometimes, especially going up against a skilled fighter like you. I was eventually able to get you down to the ground.
Yeah.
But you did have some good strikes in there.
The thing is...
Yeah, this position is not the move.
I'm gassing out. And that's why eventually you will take me down unless I have extremely good stamina. Which I don't, because I'm not a real fighter.
But you were also pulling some of your strikes. Some of those knees probably could have broke my ribs.
Yeah. But then again, I'm also bigger than you. So just the weight of my leg does more damage.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess the result of this one is...
Oh, he looked for a Sasai there.
I think we should do some more then.
You know what? I would like to try jiu-jitsu against you.
Okay.
I've never seen Jesse do jiu-jitsu. I bet it's not bad. I bet there's some quirks, but like, I mean, unless you're doing jiu-jitsu all the time, you have
Yeah,
them.
let's do that. Let's do it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, by the way.
A black uniform. I decided to wear a black one too, because apparently that's what you do in Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Hey, Jesse, I hate to tell you, I think that's blue.
Seth is right. Jesse's uniform is blue.
Okay, does that work? 1, 2, that's it?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Ready?
Ready?
Jesse's pretending like he doesn't know anything about jiu-jitsu, but he actually managed to submit his opponent in his recent video where he
Oh, I did forget that.
tournament to prove it doesn't work. So I knew I wasn't up against a complete newbie. I was running out of chances to win these rounds, and I didn't want to leave here without executing my favorite submission, but Jesse isn't going to make it easy on me. Even though I've done around 80 of these in competition, Jesse has extremely good balance, awareness of danger, and he's a lot bigger than me. So
Go for the ankle lock.
were making it difficult for me to capture both of his legs so that I could set him down on a hip. Time was running out, and I tried my best to capture his secondary pant leg, and finally I managed to get him down on the ground.
There it is.
I pulled his hand off my lapel, cranked on the ankle, and got the tap.
Dang.
So, I don't know if you knew this already, Jesse, but the ankle lock is my favorite move in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I even have a tattoo of one.
What?
It's pretty funny.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
This is why I came all the way to Stockholm, just so I could try to ankle lock Jesse.
You caught me. Look,
Great.
I was trying to be on top of you.
Yeah.
Because I know that would be my advantage as a bigger guy. Then I
Smart.
felt like, this is getting boring. We're making some content here. You should be a little bit excited.
Come on.
So I tried to go for something, and you immediately caught me with that.
I do think that being bigger means you can stall people out for longer. Like what Oliver said earlier, I think the nature of jiu-jitsu is you can go for so long without getting tired. Like stalling helps for a bit. I think that's like the only thing I'm good at is going for long periods of time without being submitted. And it's not because I'm good at submission defense, it's that I'm good at like body awareness and understanding like transitions, and I'm not great by any means. But I would say what Jesse is doing here is also what I'm good at, which maybe has something to do with karate. I don't know.
You had been working on for like a minute, and I didn't even realize it until it was too late.
Yeah.
Wee.
I got worried for a second because you started trying to choke me, and then I remembered back to your video.
Yeah, that's right.
He was going for it.
Yeah, but I didn't get it.
That was good. Luckily, we were able to accomplish something in a minute. I thought we were just going to be on the ground rolling around for a minute, but
Yeah.
we both tried some stuff. But it was, and with your martial arts background, you have such a good base and balance
Yeah.
that it was hard to sweep you. Every time I tried to move you, you would just stand upright.
But that's why karate has all these deep, stable stances. Because at least traditional karate is all about stability to generate power, right?
Right.
And some of that transfers also to the ground. Even though I don't know anything about the positions, I can apply the same principles.
Right, which is very clear in what we just saw.
Let me just cut you off right now, because now let's try to switch the roles. You do karate, and I do.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay. Interesting. Who's gonna win this round? Josh. Josh will win this round. People really underestimate how good the wrestling can be that comes from karate, how good the takedowns can be. And Josh has 8 years of Muay Thai.
Super wide karate stance.
He actually looks...
Completely bulldozed his way in.
Oh, shoot. Jesse with a single.
Not that easy. I sprawled, created distance, and held him while I threw some strikes at his head. But he immediately shot back in.
Shot for another single. It doesn't look bad, too.
Expecting to have to block so many shots, I decided to throw...
I like what Jesse's doing here. Instead of the high guard that Josh kept, the like really tight high guard, Jesse goes hands out high guard or a long guard, which I think is better defense, to be honest, especially once you stop wearing gloves.
shots. I decided to throw some side kicks like I think...
Like this looks kind of silly, but I think this is the move. I think this hand positioning.
My spazziness kept him at bay until he shot in again.
I feel like he's got a pretty good shot.
He threw me with a sumigai,
Ooh.
and right when I got up, he did it again.
Ooh.
I was seeing his videos. I know that's your favorite throw.
And then in a last-ditch attempt to submit me before the round was over, he fell back on an ankle lock.
Interesting that Josh, instead of like trying to further position from here because he's the karate guy, he just started punching. I wonder if he would do that no matter what when he had gloves on. Because like I think mindset does change a bit whenever you're in these situations.
Good job. It was so scary with those side kicks.
Yeah.
Because I want to take you down, but
Yeah.
I don't want to get kicked in the face.
It's scary for me equally though, because I feel like with this bladed stance, I'm just giving you my leg.
Yeah.
Remind me that I need to get some karate training.
Wait. What is that? Wait. But you do BJJ. My bad.
Oh, was he saying he likes boys?
Now that we'd fought it out, I wanted to sit down and have a discussion with Jesse about his videos.
So, I'm a huge fan, but I do have to ask you, why have you been giving jiu-jitsu so much shit lately?
Have I, though? I mean...
Yes, you definitely have.
And
100%.
Because I've discovered that a lot of people who are tribal, who like to belong to a specific subgroup, are very sensitive to certain topics, especially when it comes to criticism about what they do. It's like a religion, like my God is right, your God is wrong, something like that. Which means that a lot of people click videos whenever I package them like that. But if you look beneath the surface, I think the message is different. What do you think?
I think I actually agree with you. I did see some comments calling your videos rage bait, but then once I watched the video, I do see like a deeper message. You're packaging it up in a way that presents it so that people actually ask that question. But in your videos, I feel like you're being honest and just presenting the topic for what it is. I think you're right. If I, as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, look at a video called Exposing BJJ, then I have like this gut reaction to it. I'm like, no, this is just like a stupid, this guy does karate, he doesn't even grapple. Like,
That's funny. So for my videos, I think of, I do agree that Jesse obviously has a deeper meaning behind his videos. He's not just like exposing it. He's not just proving that everybody's a guard puller. Obviously he knows that's not true. I mean, a lot of people are guard pullers, but he knows not everyone is, you know, he knows it's not like, I don't know. I think there is some truth to everything he said, obviously. That's the rage baiting part. I think it still has its merit, but then he goes a little bit deeper. And for me, I try to do kind of the opposite, but not always the opposite. I like to think of my videos as like, the packaging is the cheese that you put on the broccoli. You might not just eat broccoli by itself. If I say there's cheddar cheese on top, you might be eating vegetables before you know it, you know? like the packaging for me, I think is what makes it enticing to people, to get them to watch it. And then I kind of like have to force people to learn, in my opinion. That's how I see it. Because if I just put a video out, it was like, hey dude, here's broccoli. People were like, broccoli? Abraham Lincoln? Nobody watched that video anyway, but you get the idea.
And if you're standing up, how would you attack me? If you see an enemy lying down, you would probably just soccer kick me in the face, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking right foot steps right here, left foot comes across, whoop-pow! Big kick.
Exactly. So from this position, go ahead. They would go like that, bam, and then go a heel kick, bam, like that. So
that's pretty slick.
Throws and strikes and kind of self-defense based grappling on the ground, but usually against an attacker who's standing up.
Yeah.
So I had to relearn some of these things that had been lost, because again, I'm a karate nerd. I like to go deep.
Dude, Jesse knows some karate stuff. I know his like whole online persona is a karate nerd. That dude knows a lot of stuff. Like, he knows a lot of stuff. That I called him in a video recently the most knowledgeable karate fighter of all time, and I really think he is. Like, if you surely look at it from how much information we have now compared to how much they had back then, Jesse has information from all these karate fighters that have created and advanced the sport. He has all that information, and then he has it from each person. You know what I mean? Like, I do think he's one of the leading people in karate ever. Possibly. But if you want to watch the rest of their interview, you should. It's on this page. I fought Jiu-Jitsu's biggest hater, Josh Beam BJJ. Subscribe to both of their channels down below. Fantastic. Karate by Jesse and Josh Beam BJJ. Thank you for watching this one. This is a React channel, by the way. I don't know if you knew that or not. Hopefully you did. We're very close to 100K subs. At 100K subs, I have my own 100K sub for the main channel, but I can give our editor, Zach, a plaque, which I think is sick. So don't do it for me. Do it for Zach. Okay? Subscriber, I'll kick you. That's a punch. Jiu-Jitsu. Always keep them on their toes.